Hello everyone. Today we will discuss new chapter that is called relations and functions. So first of all we will discuss relations. In previous chapter we have discussed various operations on sets. So here in relations we will study one more operation which is known as Cartesian product of sets. Before starting relations, I am going to discuss topics of relations. So one by one we will discuss topics of relations. I'm reducing now, removing these functions because first of all we will discuss relations. So here the first topic of relation is ordered pairs. Second topic is Cartesian product of sets. Basically, in Cartesian product of sets, we have to use this ordered pair. So this is the second topic in relations. Third topic we will discuss in relations, that is graphical representation of relations. Means how to represent relations by using graphical method. Next is diagrammatic representation of relations. By using diagram, we will represent relations. Then next is relations, means definition of relations and its representation. How to represent relations. This is the next topic. And the last one and very important thing, that is domain, range and codomain of a relation value. So these are the values. These are the topics we will discuss in relations one by one. Before starting these, one more thing I want to discuss here. This chapter relations is related to many other chapters. Means this is the base of many other chapters. And so that it is very important. In class 11th, if we will see chapters that is related to relations, class 11th chapters. So first of all, it is related to trigonometric functions. Directly it is related. Trigonometric functions. Here the word functions is there. So without knowing relation and function, we can't discuss trigonometric functions. And another topic in 11th also, that is limits and derivatives. This is also related to this chapter relations. Means without knowing relations and functions, we can't solve the limits and derivatives chapter from class 11th. Similarly, if we will discuss relations chapter, relations and functions chapter is related to class 12 chapters. So we will discuss, it is directly related to inverse trigonometric functions of class 12. Inverse trigonometric functions of class 12. So without knowing relations and functions of class 11th, we can't understand inverse trigonometric functions. Then class 12th chapter, that is directly related to it, that is differentiation. Differentiation is a calculus part and it is directly related to function. The next is integration. Basically integration is called inverse process of differentiation. So without knowing relations functions, we can't solve questions based on integration also. And next, that is differential equations. Differential equations also we can solve by using relations and functions only. Means these are the chapters that is directly related to relations and functions chapters. Class 11th also, class 12th also. So basically this chapter is very, very, very important. So we'll start relations. So in a relation, first and foremost thing we have to understand, we have to know, that is ordered pair. So ordered pair, let A and B be two numbers are written in specific order. In a proper order we have to write these two numbers A and B, and enclosed by small bracket is called ordered pair. Example I am giving for this. example is here. The number we can take from sets, let A and B be two sets. Then from these two sets, we are taking ordered pair, means A, B. So this is called ordered pair, A and B, enclosed by small bracket, where this small a, means this first element, belongs to first set A, and this second element, second position, this is B, belongs to second set. So this is called ordered pair. This is the way to write ordered pair. Actually, we have to show elements of Cartesian product and relations, and after that functions also, by using this ordered pair. So we have to understand properly what is ordered pair first. So here I have taken A, B, and this is ordered pair enclosed by small bracket and written in specific order. So we can understand this ordered pair by using one example. Means if I'm taking 1, 2, this is ordered pair. Similarly, I'm taking another ordered pair, that is 2, 1. You can see 1, 2 and 2, 1. Numbers are similar. Here also we are using 1, 2. Here also we are using 1, 2. But positions are different. So it is very important in ordered pair, position, specific position. Okay, it is written here, specific order. So always we have to write ordered pair in a specific order. So here we can write this 1, 2 not equals to 2, 1, because both are different ordered pairs. So we can understand this fact by using coordinate axis. I think you all have studied in your previous classes coordinate axis. So here also we will represent some points in coordinate axis so that we can clearly understand the fact of ordered pair. So if we are taking 2 points, first point I'm taking here P 2, 3, and second point I'm taking here Q 3, 2. So I'm going to represent both the points in this coordinate axis, x-axis and y-axis. So we know that how to represent it. So in x-axis we will represent this point 2, and then in y-axis we will represent this point 3, this coordinate 3. So 2, 3, 2 in x-axis and 3 in y-axis. So here we can get the point, this is 2, 3. Similarly, Q 3 in x-axis and 2 in y-axis. So here we can get here 3, 2. So you can see both numbers are similar, but because of position of the numbers, in different positions we are getting these two coordinates, these 2 points. So this point P is not equals to point Q because both are in ordered pair. This is the process of writing ordered pair. This is ordered pair, written in specific order and closed by small bracket, and this is also ordered pair. So I hope it is clear for you all what is ordered pair. So we can take here 2, 3 not equals to 3, 2 because positions are different. Now we will discuss next, that is equality of ordered pairs. Means how can we represent 2 ordered pairs when these 2 ordered pairs are equal? So this is the concept here. Means we will take here two ordered pairs, both are equal. So first ordered pair I'm taking here A1, B1, and second ordered pair I'm taking here A2, B2. If we are considering these two are equal, means if and only if A1 equals to A2 and B1 equals to B2, means position of elements are equal. If A1 equals to A2 and B1 equals to B2, then only we can say A1 B1 and A2 B2, these two ordered pairs are equal. So this is the very simple concept for you all. So in mathematically we can write it as A1 B1 equals to A2 B2. That implies if and only if A1 equals to A2 and B1 equals to B2. And here we have taken two ordered pairs. So one example I'm going to take so that it will be clear for you all. So example is here, find the values of A and B if two ordered pairs are in equal form. Means 3A minus 2 plus then B plus 3 equals to 2A minus 1 comma 3. So these two are equal. We have to find out A and B values. So I'm going to solve here. So we know that whenever we have to take ordered pairs equal, then we can take here positions of elements are also equal, A1 equal to A2. So I'm going to take here 3A minus 2 equals to 2A minus 1 and B plus 3 equals to 3. And then I'm going to solve it. 3A minus 2A equals to minus 1 plus 2. So here we will get this is A equals to 1. We are getting A equals to 1. And B equals to 3 minus 3 means B equals to 0. So both the values we are getting, A equals to 1 and B equals to 0. So this is the way to find out values when ordered pairs are equal. It is given. So these type of questions can come in 1 mark. Now we will discuss Cartesian product of set. So here it is written product of sets, means we have to use two sets. By using the sets only we can find out Cartesian product of two sets. So here first of all I'm taking sets. Set A I'm taking here 1, 2, 3. Set B I'm taking here A, B. So you can see I have taken set A 1, 2, 3, set B A and B. Now just we have to find out product between two sets. So the process is very simple process is there. I'm going to write elements of A and B. So element of A is 1, then 2 and then 3. Then element of B is A and B. And just I'm going to connect each and every element of A with each and every element of B. So this is the pattern. Means I'm going to connect this one with A and then one with B. Again, we will connect B with A and B with B. Then 3 with A and 3 with B. So each element of A is connected to each element of B, and by writing these elements in an ordered pair, that will be Cartesian product of sets. So we can write here A cross B values. Very simple it is. So first element will be 1 is connected to A. So I'm going to write in ordered pair 1 is connected to A. Then 1 is connected to B. So 1 is connected to B. Then 2 is connected to A. So 2 is connected to A. Then 2 is connected to B. 2 is connected to B. Similarly, 3 is connected to A, 3 is connected to A, and 3 is connected to B. 3 is connected to B. So these are the elements of Cartesian product of sets. I hope it is very simple for you all to understand. And here you can see we have taken first elements, means 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. From where? From set A. From set A we have taken. From set A we have taken first coordinates from set A. And second coordinate that we have taken from set B. You can see this is from B. So you have to remember this thing. Means the first set always we will take elements first and second set elements in the second position. So this is example of a Cartesian product of sets. So I'm going to define it. Definition I'm going to give of Cartesian product of sets. So we can take here two sets. Let A and B be two non-empty sets then A cross B is called Cartesian product of sets A and B so we can write it like that. A cross B, AB, such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. So this is the basic definition of Cartesian product of two sets. Again I'm repeating, we have to take two sets A and B, non-empty sets. Then A cross B is called Cartesian product of sets A and B. Means A cross B equals to, under curly bracket means set builder form I have written AB such that A belongs to A, small a from the first set and small b from the second set. So this is example of Cartesian product of sets. One more example I am taking. Cartesian product we have taken A cross B equals to AB such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. So example I am taking here, if I am taking A as 1, 3, 5 and B as 7, 9, 11. So Cartesian product A cross B, we have to connect each element of A with each element of B, but we have to specifically taken set A elements first and after that set B elements in ordered pair. So 1 is connected to 7. 1 7, 1 9, 1 11. First A set A element, then second set B element. Then 3 7, 3 9, 3 11. Then 5 7, 5 9, 5 11. So these are the elements of Cartesian product of sets A and B. I hope it is clear for you all. Now if we will find out B cross A, means first of all we have to write elements of B 7, 9, 11, and then second set is here A 1, 3 and 5. Now we will find out B cross A value. So this is 7 1. I have told that whenever we have to find out Cartesian product, we will write first set element first, means your first set is B. So element of B we will write first. So it is 7 1. Then second set element A in second position. So 7 is connected to 1. Then 7 3. Then 7 5. Then 9 1. 9 3. 9 5. 11 1. 11 3. 11 5. So this is B cross A. And we can see that A cross B elements not equals to B cross A elements. So one value, one result we are getting from here, that is A cross B not equals to B cross A. I hope it is very clear for you all. And Cartesian product of sets also very clear. So this is the form. Now we will discuss some results based on Cartesian product. So first, when we are taking set A, empty set, A equals to 5 and B also empty set we will take. Both are empty sets, and then we have to find out A cross B. We have written in the definition A and B both are non-empty sets, but if A and B both are empty sets, then what will be the result? Yes, result will be also empty set. Now next is when A is empty set and B is non-empty set. Example I am taking for this. If I am taking A equals to 5 and B equals to 2, 3, then we have to find out A cross B. Yes, one set value is given, another set value is not given. Means how can we multiply? How can we find out elements? So literally it will be again 5. So always when one set is 5, another set is non-empty. One set is empty, another set is non-empty. So always we will get Cartesian product equals to empty set. So this is the second result. Or we can write B cross A equals to 5. Now next is here that we have discussed A cross B not equals to B cross A. We have seen it earlier. One more result is there, that is A cross B intersection B cross A. The value will be here, obviously value will be 5. Why value will be 5? Because we know that A cross B and B cross A both are different sets. Both values are different. So there will be no common elements in between these two. One example I'm going to take for this part. So if I'm taking here A equals to AB and B equals to C and D. So I'm finding here first A cross B. So it is AC, then AD, then B, C, wait, this part is not clear, so I'm going to reduce it. So here, yes, I have taken here, we were discussing the last one, that was A cross B intersection B cross A equals to 5. So I have taken here set A equals to AB and set B equals to CD. Then I'm going to find here A cross B. So AC, then AD, this is BC and BD. Then I'm finding here B cross A. So this is CA, CB, then DA and DB. Now we can see if we will find out intersection between these two, A cross B intersection, B cross A. So we can see there is no common element here. So we can write here this is equals to 5. So this is proved. So these are the some results that I have written earlier based on Cartesian product of two sets. Now we'll discuss one more part, that is Cartesian product of three sets. Actually this time in reduced syllabus this part is reduced, but I'm going to teach you because it is important. It will not come in your exam, but you have to know the concept. Because of that I'm going to tell you this concept. So here it is written three sets. So three sets means we have to take three sets. So in Cartesian product of three sets, I'm going to take three sets. Let A, B and C be three sets. Then we have to find out A cross B cross C, Cartesian product of these three sets. So whenever we are taking product of these three, we are getting ordered triplet, elements in ordered triplet form, means it will be like that: A, B, C, such that where A belongs to set A, B belongs to set B and C belongs to set C. So this is the way to write. Means first element, first coordinate belongs to first set, second coordinate belongs to second set, third coordinate from the third set. So this is the way to write. I'm taking example for this. So A I'm taking here 1, 2. B I'm taking here 3, 4. And C I'm taking here 4, 5 and 6. So I'm going to find here A cross B cross C. But at starting, I'm going to find A cross B and then I'm going to find cross C. So A cross B. So 1, 3, 1, 4. This is 2, 3 and then 2, 4. After that, I'm finding A cross B cross C. So 1, 3 with 4. Then 1, 3, 5. Then 1, 3, 6. The next will be a 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 5 and 1, 4, 6. The next will be a 2, 3, 4, then 2, 3, 5 and this is here 2, 3, 6. I hope it is very clear for you all how we are taking elements. And the last one is 2, 4, 4, then 2, 4, 5, and 2, 4, 6, and then curly bracket closed. So this is the way to find out Cartesian product of three sets by using ordered triplet. So these all are called ordered triplets. One more word we are getting from here, that is ordered triplet. Ordered triplet means these all are 1, 3, 4. 3 elements in specific order, that is called ordered triplet. So these all are ordered triplets: 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 6, 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 6. All these all are called ordered triplet. Okay. So this is not your syllabus, but you have to know about it. Because of that, I have shown here. Now, one more value we have to understand here, that is number of elements in Cartesian product of sets. Cartesian product of sets. Number of elements we will find out, means number of elements in Cartesian product of A and B. So very simple it is, number of elements in A into number of elements in B. Example I am taking for this. If I have A equals to 1, 2, 3, means number of elements in A equals to 3. And set B I am taking here 7, 8, 10, 12, 15. So number of elements in B equals to 5. So if we have to find out number of elements in A and B, so we can use here NA into NB, number of elements in A into number of elements in B. So this is 3 into 5. So we know that this is 15. So 15 elements we can get when we will find out Cartesian product. So this is the way to find out number of elements in a Cartesian product of two sets.